Welcome to Senior Healthy and Happiness, where we believe that aging can be graceful, strong, and joyful. Let's take care of your health, one simple habit at a time. Now, let me ask you something. How did you sleep last night? Did you find yourself lying in bed at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering why your mind just wouldn't settle down? Or perhaps you fell asleep easily but woke up at 4 a.m., unable to drift off again. That sounds familiar. You're certainly not alone. Many older adults experience sleep difficulties, and not because they're doing anything wrong. Sleep just changes as we age. But what if I told you that with a few small shifts in your daily routine, you could dramatically improve your sleep quality, and with it, your energy, your mood, even your memory? In today's video, we'll explore what's really going on when sleep becomes more elusive after 60. Okay, and more importantly, what you can do about it. We'll look at habits you can build during the day, how to design your sleep environment, and gentle evening routines that tell your brain it's time to rest. You deserve to feel rested. You deserve to wake up refreshed, ready to enjoy your day. So please, stay with me until the end. And by the time we finish, I promise you'll walk away with simple, practical steps you can begin using tonight. Let's start by understanding why sleep is so essential, especially as we get older. When we think about health, we often think about what we eat, how much we move, or whether we remember to take our medications. But sleep? It's just as vital, in fact. It's the foundation that supports all those other healthy habits. As we sleep, our body is not simply shutting down. It's working hard. Our brain is filing away memories, sorting information, and cleaning out toxins. Our heart and blood vessels are getting much-needed rest. Our immune system is being replenished so we can fight off infections. And perhaps most importantly, sleep supports our emotional well-being, helping us regulate stress, process emotions, and maintain mental clarity. The truth is, poor sleep isn't just about feeling tired the next day. It can increase your risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, depression, and even Alzheimer's. That might sound alarming, but here's the good news. Even small improvements in your sleep can lead to big benefits for your overall health. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to aim for a full 8 hours right away. You just need to begin. So, take a deep breath. Let's talk about how sleep changes with age and how to work with those changes, not against them. Understanding sleep changes as we age. Let's start with something that surprises a lot of people. It's perfectly normal for sleep patterns to change as we age. When we were younger, we could fall asleep at midnight and sleep soundly until the alarm rang. But after 60, you might find yourself getting sleepy earlier in the evening, waking up earlier in the morning, or stirring multiple times during the night. And sometimes, even after a full night in bed, you wake up feeling like you barely slept at all. Why does this happen? Part of the answer lies in our body's internal clock, also known as the circadian rhythm. As we get older, this clock shifts. We tend to feel sleepy earlier in the evening and wake earlier in the morning. The production of melatonin, the hormone that signals to your brain that it's time to sleep, also decreases with age. That means your natural sleep drive may not be as strong as it once was. At the same time, the structure of sleep changes. Our nights are divided into cycles that include light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep, the stage where dreaming happens. As we age, we tend to get less deep sleep and more light sleep. Okay? That makes us more sensitive to noises, temperature changes, or even a full bladder during the night. So we wake up more often, and sometimes we struggle to fall back asleep. Now, let's be clear. These changes are natural. They don't necessarily mean something is wrong. They're simply part of the aging process. But when they start to interfere with your quality of life, when you're exhausted during the day, feeling forgetful, moody, or anxious, it's time to pay closer attention. Sometimes the issue isn't the sleep cycle itself. It's how we respond to these changes. For example, if you start to worry every time you wake up in the night, your stress levels rise, and that actually makes it harder to fall back asleep. Or if you spend too much time in bed tossing and turning, your brain begins to associate your bed with frustration instead of rest. Helps to know what's normal and what's not. Waking up once or twice to use the restroom, that's common. Feeling sleepy earlier in the evening? Also normal. But chronic insomnia, the inability to fall or stay asleep at least 3 nights a week for over a month, that's worth discussing with your doctor. Let's also touch briefly on the emotional side of sleep changes. Some people begin to fear the night. They dread bedtime because they anticipate lying awake. That anxiety becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you worry about sleep, the harder it becomes to achieve it. This is where gentle strategies, positive rituals, and a better understanding of your body can help break that cycle. The key is not to fight your sleep changes, but to adapt to them with compassion and curiosity. Think of this phase of life not as a loss of restful sleep, but as an opportunity to approach rest with more intention and care than ever before. 3. Daytime habits that support better sleep. Let's take a closer look at something many people overlook when they talk about sleep. What you do during the day matters just as much, sometimes even more than what you do at night. Think of your day like a path that's leading you toward a peaceful night. The way you start your morning, the way you move your body, the choices you make with food and drink, they all send messages to your brain about when to feel alert and when to start winding down. Let's begin with sunlight. Yes, good, old-fashioned sunshine. Getting outside in the morning, even for just 10 to 15 minutes, can help regulate your internal clock. That sunlight signals to your brain, hey, it's time to be awake now. This makes it easier for your body to naturally feel sleepy when evening comes. If you can, try sipping your morning tea or coffee near a window, or take a gentle walk. Around the garden, your sleep will thank you. Now, let's talk about movement. You don't need to run a marathon. In fact, walking, light stretching, yoga, or even gardening can be incredibly effective. Studies show that older adults who get regular physical activity sleep better and feel more rested. Exercise helps you fall asleep faster and improves the quality of your deep sleep, the kind that leaves you feeling truly restored. But timing is important. Try to get your movement in earlier in the day. Exercising too close to bedtime can actually energize your system and make it harder to fall asleep. Aim for morning or early afternoon if possible. Another powerful habit: limiting daytime naps. Now, I know a short nap after lunch can feel wonderful. It can be. But if you find yourself napping for more than 30 minutes or napping too late in the day, it might interfere with your nighttime sleep. A short 20-minute nap before 3 p.m. is fine. But if you're napping every day and still struggling to sleep at night, it may be time to reassess that routine. Let's talk about what you consume. Caffeine is a sneaky culprit. Many people think that a cup of coffee in the afternoon won't affect them, but caffeine can stay in your system for up to 8 hours. So even if you don't feel wired, it could still be disrupting your ability to fall into deep sleep. Try switching to decaf after lunch. And be mindful of hidden sources of caffeine, like tea, chocolate, and some medications. Alcohol is another tricky one. While it might make you feel drowsy at first, alcohol actually disrupts your sleep cycle, especially the later stages of deep and REM sleep. That's why people who drink before bed often wake up during the night or feel groggy in the morning. If you enjoy a glass of wine, have it earlier with dinner, not right before bed. Heavy meals at night can also lead to discomfort and indigestion that interfere with sleep. If you often feel too full or bloated when you lie down, try having a lighter dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Focus on calming foods, warm soups, oatmeal, bananas, or a small portion of nuts or yogurt. And finally, keep a consistent schedule. One of the most powerful tools for better sleep is waking up and going to bed at the same time every day, even on weekends. It might take a little effort in the beginning, but over time your body gets into a rhythm. You'll start to feel naturally sleepy at bedtime and more alert in the morning. Think of it like training your body to follow a peaceful rhythm that flows through every part of your day. Remember? Better sleep doesn't begin at night. Begins the moment you open your eyes in the morning. With every healthy choice you make throughout the day, you're building the foundation for a night of deeper, more restful sleep. Now, once your day supports your sleep, the next step is to look at where you're sleeping. Let's talk about how to turn your bedroom into a sanctuary for rest. For creating a sleep-friendly bedroom environment, your bedroom should be the most restful, relaxing space in your home. It should whisper to your body, "This is where we rest. This is where we restore." But for many of us, our bedrooms are filled with distractions, bright lights, noise, screens, or even uncomfortable furniture that send the opposite message. So let's walk through how to create a sleep-friendly bedroom environment, one small change at a time. First, temperature. Most sleep experts agree that the ideal bedroom temperature for sleep is between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. That might sound a little cool, but your body naturally lowers its temperature at night as part of the sleep process. A cooler room helps support that process. If you find yourself waking up too warm, try using a fan, opening a window slightly, or switching to breathable cotton sheets. Next is light. Darkness triggers your brain to produce melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. So the darker your room, the better your sleep. If streetlights or early morning sun sneak in through the curtains, consider blackout shades or an eye mask. Even small amounts of light from alarm clocks, night lights, or electronics can signal to your brain that it's time to wake up. Dim the lights about an hour before bed to help your body transition into rest mode. Sound can also be a hidden sleep stealer. If you live in a noisy area or have a partner who snores, try using a white noise machine or a fan to create a gentle, consistent sound that masks interruptions. You can even use soft instrumental music or nature sounds if they soothe you, like waves, rain, or birdsong. The key is to choose something that calms your mind rather than stimulates it. Now let's talk comfort. If your mattress is more than 8 to 10 years old, it might not be giving your body the support it needs. Older adults often deal with joint or back pain, so a supportive yet soft mattress and a good pillow can make a big difference. You deserve to sleep in comfort. Don't hesitate to invest in bedding that supports your health. Clutter is another silent disruptor. A messy room can feel mentally chaotic, even if you don't realize it. Try keeping your bedroom simple and calming. Use soft, neutral colors, cozy textures, and minimal furniture. Your bed should be for sleeping, not for eating, watching TV, or scrolling on your phone. The more you reserve your bedroom for rest, the more your brain will associate it with sleep. Speaking of screens, let's talk about technology. Phones, tablets, and TVs emit blue light that can suppress melatonin and trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Try to turn off screens at least 1 hour before bed. I know that's a tough habit to break, but you can replace that time with something peaceful. Read a book, listen to calming music, write in a journal, or even have a quiet conversation with a loved one. Another gentle trick: aromatherapy. Scents like lavender, chamomile, or sandalwood can help relax your nervous system. You can use a diffuser, essential oil roller, or even a lavender pillow spray. It's a small touch, but it can signal to your brain that it's time to let go and rest. Remember, your bedroom isn't just a room, it's your sleep sanctuary. Treat it with care. Create an atmosphere that supports your body's natural rhythm. Make it a space you look forward to entering every evening. Because when your bedroom works with you, not against you, sleep comes more easily. And with restful sleep, every part of life becomes more joyful. 5. Gentle nighttime rituals for better sleep. Now that we've set up a sleep-friendly environment, let's talk about what happens in the hour before you go to bed. Because even the most perfect bedroom can't help you sleep if your mind is racing, your body is tense, or your thoughts are still caught up in the day's worries. This is where nighttime rituals come in. Nighttime rituals are small, consistent habits that tell your brain the day is done. It's time to rest. Think of them as the bridge that carries you gently from wakefulness to sleep. These rituals don't have to be complicated. In fact, the simpler and more soothing, the better. Let's begin with something physical, gentle stretching. After a long day, your muscles may be tight or achy, especially if you've been sitting for extended periods. Simple stretches like reaching up with both arms, bending forward, or rotating your neck and shoulders can release tension and calm your nervous system. You don't need to be a yoga expert. Listen to your body and move slowly. Next, consider a warm bath or shower. Warm water helps relax your muscles, lower your core body temperature slightly, and signal to your brain that bedtime is near. If you'd like, you can add Epsom salts or a few drops of lavender oil for an extra calming effect. Many older adults find that bathing at night also helps with joint stiffness and restlessness. After your bath, slip into something comfortable: soft pajamas, warm socks if your feet tend to get cold, and settle into a cozy part of your home. This is your time to unwind. You might enjoy a cup of caffeine-free herbal tea. Chamomile, lemon, balm, or passion flower are wonderful choices known for their calming effects. Sip it slowly, maybe with a soft lamp beside you, and allow yourself to feel the day falling away. This is also a wonderful time to read. Choose something light and uplifting: you favorite novel, poetry, or even a devotional. Avoid anything too stimulating like the news or fast-paced thrillers. The goal is to nourish your spirit and quiet your thoughts. Another beautiful ritual is journaling. You don't need to write pages and pages, just jot down a few things you're grateful for, or a reflection from the day. This helps release lingering thoughts, reduces anxiety, and gives your mind permission to let go. If you prefer, you can use this time to pray, meditate, or simply breathe deeply and sit in stillness. Let's take a moment together right now. Sit up straight, close your eyes if you'd like. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold for a moment, and gently exhale through your mouth. Let's do that again. Inhale slowly, hold, and exhale. One more time. Feel your body softening, your shoulders dropping, your jaw relaxing. This simple breathing exercise can become part of your nightly routine, something you do every evening as a signal that your day is complete. Some people also find mantras or calming affirmations helpful. You can say something like, "I did my best today. I release all worry. I welcome rest." Repeat it silently or aloud. Over time, your brain will begin to associate those words with safety and sleep. It's important to mention that consistency is key. Choose 2 or 3 of these rituals and do them at the same time each evening. Your body thrives on routine. Eventually, just beginning your nighttime routine will make you feel naturally sleepy, like your body is saying, I know what comes next." These rituals aren't just tasks, they are acts of kindness toward yourself. You are honoring your body, your mind, your life. And by creating a peaceful transition into sleep, you are preparing yourself for a healthier, more joyful tomorrow. But what if you've tried all these things and sleep is still a struggle? That brings us to our final section: when to seek a little extra support. 6. When to seek medical help plus final encouragement. Let's begin with something important: sleep. Problems are common, but they're not something you just have to put up with. If you've been struggling with sleep for weeks or months, it's okay to ask for help. In fact, it's wise. You're not being dramatic, you're being proactive about your health. So, how do you know when it's time to speak with a doctor? If you find yourself unable to fall asleep most nights, or waking up frequently and lying awake for more than 30 minutes without falling back asleep, may be a sign of chronic insomnia. If you're feeling exhausted every day, unable to focus, more forgetful than usual, or emotionally overwhelmed, those are also red flags. There are also specific conditions that become more common with age and can interfere with sleep. Let's start with sleep apnea. This is a disorder where your breathing pauses repeatedly throughout the night, often without you realizing it. You may wake up gasping, snore loudly, or feel extremely tired even after what seems like a full night of sleep. Sleep apnea is more. then just a nuisance. It increases your risk of high blood pressure, heart problems, and stroke. Thankfully, it's treatable. So if any of this sounds familiar, please speak with your doctor. Another common issue is restless leg syndrome, or RLS. This is a condition where you feel a strong urge to move your legs, especially at night. Some people describe it as tingling, crawling, or even burning sensations. It can make falling asleep feel impossible. Again, this is treatable with medication or lifestyle changes. Depression and anxiety can also disturb sleep. Sometimes, the first sign of emotional distress is disrupted sleep, either too much or too little. If you're feeling sad, withdrawn, or constantly worried, know that help is available. You are not alone. Now, some people are hesitant to seek help because they're afraid they'll just be given sleeping pills. And while medication can be appropriate in certain situations, it's not the only option. Many sleep issues can be addressed with cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI, which is a natural, non-drug approach that's incredibly effective and well-suited for older adults. The bottom line is this: you deserve good sleep. It's not a luxury, it's a basic human need. And it's never too late to improve your sleep, whether through gentle habits, supportive environments, or medical guidance. Before we finish, I want to leave you with a message of hope. Sleep is not something you need to chase or force. It's something you can invite gently, consistently, patiently. You can create a life that welcomes rest. You can treat your evenings with the same care you give to your mornings, and every small step you take, every cup of calming tea, every quiet breath, every dimmed light brings you closer to the peace your body craves. Aging doesn't mean giving up on deep, restorative sleep. It means becoming more in tune with your body and giving it the support it needs. And the beautiful thing is, once you begin, your body responds, your mind calms, your nights soften, and your days become brighter. So tonight, take one small step, just one. Choose a ritual, set a bedtime, let go of the worry. And tomorrow, choose another step. Your body will thank you. Your heart will thank you. And remember, you are not doing this alone. This community's Senior Healthy and Happiness is here for you. If you found today's video helpful, please consider subscribing, sharing your sleep tips in the comments, and checking out our Sleep and Mind playlist for more guidance on restful living. Thank you for spending your time with Senior Healthy and Happiness. Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and most of all, stay kind to yourself.